Recently, we received some updates about new changes that are coming in version 5.1, as well as an update about Natlan ending in version 5.7. So, in this video, let's take a closer look at these updates. Save up to 20% on Genesis crystals at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server, link in the description. First, Xilonen has been continuously buffed, especially in her C2, where all the elements she works with have been strengthened. If we compare her C2 to Kazuha's, Xilonen significantly surpasses him in most teams. So if you're planning to pull for her C2, that's great news. We also have some updates to version 5.1 that you might not have heard about, so let's quickly summarize them. First, it seems that in version 5.1, we will be able to dismantle weapons into their materials. For example, if you have several dull blades, you can exchange them for domain-farmable materials or monster drop materials. This will be very helpful if you need weapon materials, but the domain is currently closed. You'll be able to destroy 2- or 3-star weapons and get the required materials, which is a nice feature. Also, in 5.1, the talent level increase menu will be improved. Lastly, you'll be able to open up to 10 artifact boxes at once. Currently, we mostly get artifact boxes from Abyss runs, but we can only open them one at a time. Starting from version 5.1, you'll be able to open 10 at once. Next, let's talk about the last version of Natlan. As you may have heard, there was a rumor that version 5.7 would be the final update for Natlan, and right after that, we'd move straight to Snezhnaya. At first, it might sound cool since we will get rid of filler updates, but at the same time, there would be fewer reruns as one patch would be missing. However, it seems there will be a version 5.8, and this has been confirmed officially. There's an article on HoYoLab about the event called A Wondrous Natlan Odyssey, Part 3. It's an event where you can create emojis to win Primogems and merchandise. What's important is that there's a Q&A at the end of the article, and one of the questions was, how can I access the event quickly? The answer was, from version 5.0 to 5.8, you can quickly access the event page by clicking the Raise Saurians and Get Primogems icon in the toolbar. They said, from version 5.0 to 5.8, which confirms there will be a 5.8. Of course, there's a chance that the person who wrote the article doesn't have access to information about whether version 5.8 will exist or not, so they may have used previous patches as a reference. However, the chances of there being a version 5.8 are much higher than Natlan ending in 5.7. One thing that felt odd about Natlan ending in 5.7 is that the summer event and Mavuika's rerun will be in the same patch. Usually, Archons get a rerun 4 patches after their initial release. For example, Nahida was released in 3.2 and reran in 3.6, while Neuvillette will be released in 4.1 and reran in 4.5. Technically, Farina was the real Archon, but she's the first who didn't follow the typical Archon rerun pattern. Her rerun happened after 5 patches, not 4. Archons are very valuable, and rerunning them at the end of the region feels a bit unfair because many of us are usually saving for the next region. We heard similar rumors about Fontaine ending in 4.6, so we should probably stop believing that a region will end earlier than usual. I think it's safe to assume that the news about Snezhnaya ending earlier than expected might also be false. So to summarize, the next summer event will still happen in Update 5.8, while Mavuika's rerun will be in 5.7. After that, Update 6.0 will introduce Snezhnaya. Are you excited that there will be a 5.8 update? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to save up to 20% on Genesis crystals, visit lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.